Aesop's Fables. Chapter 2. The Fox and the Grapes. One hot summer day, a fox was walking through a wood. He saw a bunch of ripe grapes above his head. He was thirsty, and the grapes looked juicy and sweet.
"Oh, I am lucky,"
he said.
"Those grapes will be much better than cool water on a hot day like this."
The grapes hung from a high branch, and the fox had to jump to reach them. The first time he jumped, he missed. He tried again and again, but he could not reach the grapes. Finally, he gave up and sat down.
"I'm a fool,"
he said.
"I wasted all that effort for nothing, and those grapes are probably sour."
It is easy to hate the things you cannot have. The Fox and the Stork. Long ago, the fox and the stork were good friends. But the fox loved playing tricks. One day, he told the stork,
"Please, come over to my house for dinner."
The stork gladly accepted his invitation. She arrived at the fox's house. The fox served soup for dinner in flat dishes. The fox could easily eat his soup, but the stork could only put the end of her long bill in her dish. She could eat nothing. She was hungry and angry. Not long after this, the stork invited the fox to dinner. The fox arrived at the stork's home on time. She was preparing a delicious-smelling fish dinner. The fox licked his lips at the thought of such a tasty meal. But it was served in tall, slim jars. The stork could easily eat the food with her long bill, but the fox could not fit his snout inside the jar. He just licked the outside of it. One bad turn deserves another. The Fox and the Crow. One morning, a fox saw a crow on a branch. The crow had a fine piece of cheese in its beak.
"That will be good for my breakfast,"
thought the fox.
"And I know how to get it."
He walked up to the foot of the tree.
"Good morning, Mistress Crow,"
he said.
"You look very lovely today. Your feathers are shiny and your eyes are bright. I'm sure your voice is as beautiful as your figure. Please sing for me."
The crow raised her head and began to caw loudly. But when she opened her mouth, the piece of cheese fell to the ground. The fox quickly caught it up and swallowed it.
"Delicious,"
he said.
"You are very beautiful, but not very smart."
Do not trust the words of flatterers. Belling the Cat. Once upon a time, there was a very vicious cat. He caught mouse after mouse and ate them. Something had to be done. So the mice decided to have a meeting. Some said this, and some said that. At last, a very young mouse spoke.
"I have a plan,"
he said.
"It's very simple. We'll hang a bell around the cat's neck. When we hear the bell ringing, we'll know the cat is coming."
All the mice applauded this proposal. They were very excited and began to celebrate their good fortune. Then a wise old mouse stood up and said,
"The young mouse's plan is very good, but who will hang the bell on the cat's neck?"
The mice looked at one another, and nobody spoke. It is easy to propose impossible remedies. The Frogs and the Ox. An ox came down to the pond. Accidentally, he squashed a family of young frogs with his feet. All except one were dead. The lucky little frog quickly ran to tell his mother the dreadful news.
Mother! Mother!
He cried.
A big monster stepped on my brothers with its huge feet.
A big monster?
Said the mother frog. She puffed herself up.
Was it as big as this?
No, much bigger.
Cried the little frog. The mother frog puffed up even bigger.
Well, was it this big?
She said.
No, he was bigger than that.
He cried. The mother frog puffed herself up bigger and bigger and bigger. All at once, she burst.
Do not attempt impossible things.
The Dog, the Rooster, and the Fox. A dog and a rooster grew up together on a farm. They were the best of friends. They both wanted to see the world. So one morning, they left the farm. They traveled all day through the woods. That night, they began looking for a place to sleep. Soon they found a hollow tree that looked safe. The dog went inside the hole in the tree's trunk. The rooster perched on a branch. Soon they were both fast asleep. When dawn came, the rooster woke. As usual, he crowed very loudly. The noise woke a fox that lived nearby. The fox thought that a rooster would make a tasty breakfast. He hurried to the tree where the rooster perched.
Welcome to our woods,
He said.
I am so glad to see you. You have a wonderful voice. Let's be friends.
Oh, yes.
Said the rooster.
Please go to the hole in the bottom of the tree. My servant will let you in.
The hungry fox did as the rooster told him. He put his head into the hole, and the dog quickly jumped up and bit him. If you try to fool others, you may be fooled.